So I've been standing here in this particular parking spot for about 15 minutes now, just resting my back before carrying all these bags home. And it was dead. This whole parking lot was like a ghost town when I first got here. Now it's like the circus just arrived. Look at all this. It's like the middle of a busy afternoon on a Monday or something. Like the traffic is just insane. Check this out. One car after another, and then there's some nut job just standing there screaming. Like, he's been standing there for 20 minutes. Like, he showed up about 3 minutes after I got into this parking spot, and he's been standing there screaming and shouting, and I think it's Haitian, for 15 minutes. He hasn't moved. I'm not sure what his deal is. He's just standing there shouting on his phone. He sounds angry. Yeah, photos, that's right, dude. Get out of my face. You've been standing there stalking me for like 20 minutes. Maybe you should move along. I was here first. Like, I've been standing here resting my back, and within maybe 3 minutes, this guy suddenly showed up out of nowhere. I'm not sure where he came from. And then all of these vehicles suddenly started like showing up as if the circus was about to start. Yeah. I mean, everywhere I go, it's like the circus shows up all of a sudden. And it was dead this is why I picked this spot, because it was so quiet. There was no one around, no cars, no traffic, nothing. Now it's like everybody suddenly has to be here. And they were all these cars are pulling up in this aisle right here, right where my cart was. And I didn't have my phone out, but a vehicle had pulled up right in this spot right here and just sat there with the engine running for 10 minutes, and I couldn't find my phone. I was going to record them. I was trying to record them on my other phone, but I don't have enough memory. So this is how close the vehicle was to my cart. They were on the edge of this white line right here, and they were sitting there with the engine running for 10 minutes, and they did not get out of their car. They just sat there, and then they pulled away again. So yeah, it's never a dull moment, because wherever I happen to go, like I said, the flying monkeys, the circus, the performing animals, circus clowns suddenly just show up and get really disruptive and intrusive. They pull up like a foot and a half from my cart, even though there's plenty of other spots. Look at all these other spots that this car could have parked in, but they decided to pull up in this spot right here. Yeah. Woof! That's right. Woof, woof, bitch. Anyway, these people are nuts. They're called globalist liberal activists, and they use stalker apps to follow people around whose, I don't know, ideas, skin color they don't like. I mean, does this happen to Barack Obama? Probably not. I mean, it's obviously a political thing, right? Social, political, I'm not sure. It's these globalist activist stalker groups that just target people who are not of their skin color. I am not of their skin color, so they like to give me a hard time. You know, like a car suddenly pulling up in this spot right here, even though there's like 35 million available spots right there, but they had to pull up right in front of my car and just sit there for 10 minutes with the engine running. They didn't get out. They didn't go into any of these stores. Nobody else got into their car. They just sat there trying to intimidate me, sitting in their car with their headlights just a foot away from my cart. And I didn't move. I mean, why the hell would I? I was here first. This is my parking spot, bitch. Yeah. I mean, you can't care too much about what these low-life stalker nut jobs do, because they're nothing but low-life stalker nut jobs. So this is how quiet it was when I got here. So compare the way it was with the traffic at the beginning of this video and the way it is now. This is how it was when I pulled my cart up into this spot to rest my back before carrying all these bags home with me on the subway. But the next thing I know, that screaming nut job who was standing right over there for 15 minutes started walking around in circles, screaming and shouting, and then all these cars showed up, like probably about 12 to 15 in this row right here, in this spot right here, even though there's 35 million available spots right there. And then a whole bunch of other cars started driving back and forth right here. So yeah, wherever I go, the circus follows. Very strange.